Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. It's Aston Villa against PSG in the Champions League. I hope you're all doing very well. We're looking forward to it. And yes, we'll get into the team news soon. We're not far off kickoff. We're 5 minutes away from kickoff, in fact. And I think it's going to be a good game. I think it will be a good game. I've got a good feeling about it. And I hope you have as well. Have we actually gone live this time? I really do. Yes. It's worked. It's bloody worked, which is great. I've just realised I said Aston Villa. Total disrespect to Atalanta. It's not Aston Villa. You've not got to buy into the Champions League quarterfinals. We've got it's Atlanta. That's who it is. Atlanta. And the team news we will do in a moment. But hello everybody. A lot of people are saying Aston Villa in the live comments. I've realised my mistake. It's Atalanta against PSG. And we've got some music going on? No. It's Atalanta. These are the champions. You're live, Mark, says the Royal Mail X. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at the team news. So PSG will start off with Navas in goal, Keira, Thiago Silva, Kimpembe, Bernat, Herrera starts, Marquinhos, Idrissa Gueye, Sarabia, Icardi and Neymar. No start for Mbappe, he's on the bench. Paradis is on the bench. Draxler's on the bench. So yeah, good. Interesting to see Ander Herrera starting in this game actually. Nice for us United fans to see him playing. Atalanta, Sportiello, Toli, Caldara, Jamisti, Hadabor, Darun, Frela, Gozens, Gomez, Pasalic and Zabata. So look, not a lot of people are going to know a lot about Atalanta, but they've had a very, very good season in Serie A. And they are the underdogs in this game without a shadow of a doubt. I think it would be ridiculous to say anything else. But they could well give a game. I mean, they finished third in Serie A. I was just getting it up there, the table, nothing else. Literally 5 points off winning the title. They were comfortably in third. Juventus on 83 points. Inter Milan on 82 points. Atalanta in third place with 78 points. Lazio in fourth with 78 points. And then Roma in fifth, all the way back down on 70 points. So, revelation what they've done this season, Atalanta. And they've some people feel that they might do something tonight. I don't know what everybody else thinks. I don't. I think that they're going to struggle to get something out of tonight's game, and I think it will be a PSG win. But you know, let's wait and see. Wait and see what happens. With your work rate, how are you not burnt out? Wish you the best, says Danny Stuland. Well, you know what? I wasn't going to do the watch along tonight, but a lot of people said last night, can you do it? So I thought, you know, why not? Why not do it? Sancho said he's staying, says Football Skills. No, he didn't. And Odegaard's gone back to Madrid. That is right, Kamani. And who do you think has best momentum going into the next Premier League season? Says Theo. I think that's a good question, Theo. And I think it's very hard to answer that question. Hey, Mark, United question. What do you think about buying back Dwight McNeil, convert him to an attacking left-back? Did well for Burnley, says Angie S. Anyone got a spare tenner on them? Trying to sign this young English lad from this German club, says Ed Woodward. And with your work... Oh, I've done that one okay already. Just keeping an eye on the snooker there. It's madness what some of the Selby and O'Sullivan, some of the shots they're missing. But let's go to BT Sport 1. Kickoff. Neymar, Icardi and Sarabia are the front three. Ghana, Idrissa Gueye, Marquinhos and Ander Herrera are the midfield three. The front three is Neymar, Icardi, Sarabia. I don't even know where this game's being played. If someone wants to tell me, I'd be very happy to know. Atalanta are in great form, plus PSG are coming off a break, says Daniel Luciano. Of course, yes. The French clubs haven't played since March, and Daniel is very accurate when he says that. The referee is Anthony Taylor. I've got to tweet it. If you know, you know. Anthony Taylor it's in Lisbon, it's in Portugal. Thank you very much. My tweet, I will tell you my tweet. Basically, I said Anthony Taylor is the referee for the PSG Atalanta game. I wonder which side he'll pick to win, because he should not be refereeing a Champions League quarter-final after that disgraceful performance. And it's not Arsenal's fault, but it wasn't. Corey says, I loved playing pro clubs earlier. Division 1 in no time. Yep, I'm loving the pro club stuff. If you want to check it out, it's on Twitch. The link is in the video description. We were on fire today, and we're on our way for Division 1. Division 2 stream tomorrow on Twitch, tomorrow afternoon. But let's get this game up and running. It's about to kick off. The timer will start, Alfie, when the game starts. 2-0 to Atalanta, says Mason Scott. Go with your predictions. I'm going to go 3-1 PSG. I hope we're going to see some goals tonight. This to me is what That's Football's all about. This is about watch-alongs of games that you're going to watch, but you thought, oh, is anyone actually going to do a watch-along? Yes, we are on That's Football. That's what we do. So get involved. Subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. You're all very welcome, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see a good game. Lovely weather in Portugal, and Atalanta just starting off passing the ball around like they do. It's going to be very interesting to see the difference between the fitness levels, obviously, because PSG haven't played since March, but also the speed of the game. I do watch a lot of Italian football. I've tried to say that less this season because I sort of had a little bit of a catchphrase of I watch a lot of Serie A. But as a fan of Serie A, I would always put my hands up and say it is slow. It is slow compared to the other leagues. I don't know whether it's slow compared to the French league, though, so especially when they've not played for a while. But PSG moving the ball around nicely here. Herrera, number 21, of course. Super chat, Atalanta has the sexiest badge, so them to win, says Red Baron. Jesus Christ, Mark, some serious money has been spent on your setup. It looks proper. Nice one, Mark. Enjoy the game, says Sol BF. Big shout out to Draughty Devil for that. I like the That's Football setup, actually. We could actually get it set up like this for the watch along as well, for the United Stand. But yeah, good fast start to this game. But then again, we must remember there was a good fast start to the game last night, and it ended up being crap. I'm just gonna. Who does the winner play in the semi-final? Says Alfred III. I don't know. I don't know whether the winner of this semi-final plays Atletico Madrid and Leipzig, or whether it plays the other lot, Man City or Man City, Lyon, or Bayern, Barcelona. So I'm not too sure on that, but we will see on that one. Who's the ref? Anthony Taylor. Kieran Young is the referee. And half a chance for Atalanta there as well. What did you have for lunch, Mark? Rice. Neymar's through one-on-one. Oh, come on, Neymar. I thought he was going to R1 finesse it into the bottom corner. He's running through one-on-one and he's put it wide. Now that, and even Mbappe is stunned. I think there's a little bit of a, the crying Mbappe meme. I think there might be all the way from the halfway line. It opens up for him. He's running through, does everything right. And his finish is terrible, actually. It really is. Not very good from Neymar. Do I like ice cream? I'd love an ice cream right now. I don't know what's happening with the Newcastle takeover becoming a pro, to be honest. What a glorious opportunity that was for Neymar, though. Yeah, if Rashford had missed that, he'd be getting pelters, you're right. But here's Atalanta down the left-hand side now. Cross comes in. PSG get rid of it. Yeah, Zapata is a big lad up front for Atalanta. Very big and also very powerful, but very quick as well. And he can cause problems without a shadow of a doubt. I don't know why they've got two weird numbers. 91 is Zapata for Atalanta, and number 88 Pasalic. I don't know why they've got big numbers. I don't actually know why that is. And why they're wearing Inter Milan shirts, says Red Baron. Neymar king of the bottle job, says Andrew Balfe. Mark, do you think Werner should have stayed at Leipzig until they went out of the Champions League, says the P1? I would have... I would have thought that might be an idea, but the winner of this game will get either Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, and the other semi-final will either be Man City, Lyon, or Barcelona. I mean, so for me, the winner's coming from the other side of the draw, Blue. I think that you can't, you can never, what's the word, say without any definite assurance that the winner won't. I mean, look, Leipzig can't win the Champions League without Werner. Atletico Madrid could win it. What I think will happen is I think the semi-finals will be Bayern against Man City and PSG against Atletico Madrid, and the favourites will obviously come from the Man City Bayern game. Whoever wins that. That's just my thoughts. It's a shame we can't get a Bayern City final. I think that would have been what we would have wanted. But look, that's the process of the draw, isn't it? It doesn't always happen. Bayern versus Paris final, says Bandu. But the thing about PSG is, and I've said this many times before, the thing about PSG is can they live up to the potential that they supposedly have? They're a good side, PSG, and they've got a lot of players. But I always think that, and look, I think they've got a ready-made excuse tonight that they're short on match play, but the players that they've got, Icardi, Mbappe, Neymar, they've got some fantastic players. Tuchel can't believe it that Neymar missed that. I mean, one of my favourite players for PSG is obviously not playing tonight, Verratti. He always seems to be bloody injured at the moment. I mean, I think Verratti was out this time last year with a knee injury as well. He's always injured, and obviously he's not playing tonight. I don't think he's back for any stage of the Champions League, which is a shame. I never get to. This is the thing about PSG. Whenever I watch them, there's always somebody or some people missing. They normally have 2 or 3 big injuries out. Remember when United played them and they had people out? Mark, can you say no, I can't say that, Ryan O'Halloran. I don't even like that word. No, Mark, PSG have played French Cup final and Coupe de Ligue finals in the last 21 days, says Praveen. Okay, fair enough. I clearly don't keep an eye on that. I will be doing a Barcelona Bayern Munich watch along on Friday night. I'm not doing Atletico Madrid against Leipzig. I wanted to make a conscious decision not to do a watch along every single night this week because I didn't want to get football burnout. And tomorrow night is the one. Well, exactly. Nazar Haroon says, are you going to watch Simeone park the bus tomorrow? No. I don't think Leipzig are going to be very good without Werner. And obviously watching Atletico Madrid is always a pain unless it's against somebody very good. So I'll skip that one and I'll do a Barcelona Bayern on Friday. But only 8 minutes gone in this game. Do I think PSG are overrated, says Blue? I think factually they are overrated. I think they've got great players and obviously they win the French League every year, which they will do with the money they spend. But they've got to win a Champions League. And am I right in saying they've never even been in a Champions League final? Well, I know they've not been in a final. Have they been in a semi-final? I don't think since the money came in they've been in a semi-final. Neymar missed an absolute sitter, by the way. Yeah. Running through one-on-one. You'd have put your money on him better at scoring, and he didn't. Yeah, it's a shame, Hans, that Verratti's not playing, actually. Look at that. What's going on with my shorts? They've got like... you can see a bit of the table behind. I've got an invisible crotch, which isn't true. It's not true. There's rocket launchers in there, but... Turner Demott, thank you for the super chat. And okay, I'm sorry. Can you say that you hate Reece Wheeler? Ryan O'Hanlon wants me to say I hate Reece Wheeler. I don't hate anybody, but he did do a super chat. Neymar bottled it, says RLM. What do I think about the Sancho situation, says Kazim? I don't really think anything about it at the moment. I react to news, and at the moment there isn't any news. I thought the update from Romano and Christian Falk last night was fantastic. And I felt that update was going to give us everything we needed for a little bit of time. I don't really think anything new is going to happen at the moment. Sancho played today in a pre-season friendly. So nice cross. Oh, what a save. What a save by Navas. Cross to the back post. Header. I don't know whether it was going in. Let me have a look. He would have been onside. Headed it into the ground. It was going in and he clawed it out. Great save by Navas from Hatabar. It's a corner. Cross comes in. And Atalanta are doing exactly what I thought they would. They're moving the ball around lovely. What do you make of Benji Bar? I don't know what his comments are on Bruno, so I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I know there was something going on about Bruno today. I certainly reacted to what Ricky was saying about Bruno, but I don't know what you're talking about. Anyone know why Illich isn't playing recently? He's been class this season, says James Bricknell. There you go. And Villa career mode was going to be back today, Aryan, but if you actually follow this channel, we've got another corner here for Atalanta. Whipped in. Headed away well. They're going to have to be good in the air today, PSG. Cracking save by Navas again. He's made 2 clawing saves. May as well call him Freddy Krueger. Clawing it out again at full stretch. Fantastic saves by Navas. The way he gets down here and claws it. These are one of the hardest saves to make where you know where it's going. But you've got to really get there. Full stretch. Fantastic goalkeeping. Well done. The quotes from Jadon Sancho, if anybody wants to know what they are. I love playing with this lot. It's a special bunch. We've got some special young players coming up. I'm really happy to share the pitch with them and guide them. I was once in their shoes, playing with the seniors. I'm happy for them. That doesn't mean anything. At what point does he say I'm playing there next season? He's played a game with some young players and said I'm happy to guide them. See, people will say, oh, he's definitely not coming now. Doesn't mean that at all. Not at all. Anyway, Atalanta have got a good opportunity to put the cross in here. Miss Herrera big time, says Mode. Nearly 6,000 people watching. Please share the video if you are watching. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe as well. I think we're on the road to 209,000, which is fantastic. Headed wide there. Atalanta showing that they are very good from set pieces. Storm is big, says James BCFC. Are great. It has been very big today in the Midlands this evening. PSG away top looks mint, says Devils 58. Neymar should have scored, Said. He really should. I would have scored that. You know why? I wouldn't have tried to finesse it. I would have just toe punted it as hard as I could straight at the keeper's face. He'll soon move out of the way. Nick P. I mean, look, effectively, what I saw today was, and it's why I'm wearing my Bruno t-shirt. It's not. I'm just hot. What I saw today was I don't really understand it. I really don't understand it because, oh, lovely turn by Neymar. He's held on to that for too long, as he know. He does really well. Gets it to Herrera, goes wide. And throw in. Yeah, throw in. Do you ever get recognised on the street? Says Tuber24. I was out for dinner last week and the waiter recognised me, yeah. But I'm not out on the streets a lot, really. I tend to hang around indoors more. What's on the sauce? A lot of people saying that Atalanta are going to win this. So yeah, so what I was saying about Bruno Fernandes is, look, I've been critical of Matic. I've been critical of Martial, who's my favourite player when he's not done well. And I've got no problem with people being, critical of players when they're not performing. But what really sort of surprised me today was people being critical of Bruno Fernandes when, I'm sorry, look, it's always about opinion and you've got to listen to an opinion. But when you've listened to that opinion, you can have an opinion on that opinion, if that makes sense. And to basically be saying that, Ricky was tweeting about it as well, that Bruno Fernandes gives the ball away too much. I mean, that's why I put the tweet out. He's in the top 3 in the Premier League this season for key passes, per game. He does give the ball away a lot, but he's a risk taker. And he's the reason that Manchester United are 3rd this season. He's a fantastic player and he's made everybody better around him. And why would you, as a Manchester United fan, want to go and criticise that? To me, that's not really being a Manchester United fan. That's like trying to find criticism in a positive. And I've been very vocal about things at United over the last few years, but I've never been looking for criticism in a positive because there hasn't been many positives. So I just don't get it. It's almost an agenda to go attacking Bruno Fernandes when quite literally he is the player that's made us the team that we are. Lovely play here. I take it Di Maria's injured as well for PSG, if anyone knows. Daniel Luciano says he's rooting for Atalanta and Herrera today. And Nick P says, risk takers are part of our football heritage. Early Ryan Giggs and early Ronaldo. Enough said. Well, you could say late Ryan Giggs and late Ronaldo. I mean, the thing is, Mo Salah at Liverpool, Aubameyang at Arsenal. Risk taking with top players is part of the game. Does Aubameyang score every shot he gets? Look at the miss he had against the Greek restaurant in the Europa League. That was a sitter. Look at Neymar, just there. Should he have waited for a pass? People don't get everything right, but it doesn't stop them being a great player. And here is Neymar again down the left-hand side. Will he miss again? Oh, it's a bad first touch. What? And a terrible second touch. I don't know what Neymar's on tonight. Awful. I think as he runs through here, Neymar, that touch is good. He needs to keep that angle and he goes too far wide. I don't know what he's doing. Is that a free kick on the edge? Ref says play on. Drew says their Nike commercial from 2014 sums up the situation. Risk taking is essential on the game. Sometimes you need to risk everything. And Ajmal says it's 2020, Mark. People like the negativity. Bruno is amazing. Great work and show. Cheers to you. Looking forward to Sunday. Well, yeah, you know, but the thing is, look, it doesn't matter what football team you support. It doesn't matter what football team you support in relation to what I'm about to say. And, you know, I think that fan culture has evolved massively over the last few years. And as somebody who runs a fan channel, the United Stand, you know, I'm somebody who, at the end of a game, that's the most passionate moment. Whether you've won, whether you've lost, you're at your peak of emotion, and sometimes you come out and say things that, you know, even if 3 hours later or 2 hours later, you don't feel that anymore. Good cross in, straight at Navas, and look, that's natural fan reaction. But I think there's a responsibility from fans to not always be searching for the controversy, and I just don't get any fan of any club that would try and criticise one of your best players. Doesn't make, to me, that can only be an agenda against that player. It can only be a dislike for that player, because 99% of Manchester United fans are over the moon with Bruno Fernandes because he's changed the season. And it's not all on him, but he has been the catalyst. He has been the Cantona of Cantona when he came in. He was the catalyst to good players around them to make them winners. And Bruno's definitely been that player that's, you know, glued everything together. So to be critical of that, or to even try and find some criticism of that, doesn't make any sense to me, because, you know, there's plenty more to be moaning about. Like, we need Sancho, or we need a left-sided centre-back, or we need some depth on the bench. But to go after Bruno, it just makes no sense. And I think, yeah, Sahil, I would agree it's an agenda. But the thing is, when you say an agenda, someone will start pointing you towards some sort of facts or stats that back up that. But I'm sorry, you know, we've all got an opinion, haven't we? And you should always respect people's opinions. But, you know, doesn't mean that opinion is right, does it? As a Barca fan, I just want to see our team give everything on the pitch on Friday. You cannot rule us out in a one-off game, says Abdul. I agree. I mean, you can't, you know, Barcelona are a massive club, aren't they? You can't just rule them out. You can't rule Barcelona out, but I think that Bayern Munich, if they perform to what they can perform, they'll win that game. Not comfortably, but, you know, like Lionel Messi. I think Napoli are a good team, and Messi took it away. I haven't tweeted on the United Stand. No, that's the website tweeting. I'm not a writer for the website. Los Collins, did you just put a post up on United Stand on Twitter? No. No player is perfect. Fans will nitpick to fit their own agenda. It's hard to change people's minds when it's been made up on certain players, i.e. Luke Shaw. Yeah, I think Luke Shaw is the perfect example, and every club has got one, hasn't they? You know, Luke Shaw this season has been fantastic at left back, and he's you could argue he's been better since he got injured, because we've really missed him, and still people will keep their agenda going. So I just think, you know, believe what you want to believe, and don't try and convince people who think different to you, because one, they might be doing it for attention, and two, they just might not have very good football opinions. You can't. It's like going down to the level of an idiot and having an argument, isn't it? I've said this before. You're never going to win, because they're so experienced at being an idiot, where you're experienced at having a reasonable debate. So just let them have their opinion, because part of it is about being sensationalist, isn't it? I've said this many a time about some of the people on. I've said it to Robbie about some of the people on his channel. Lovely play by Neymar. Into the box. Cross comes back. Well cleared. Not cleared yet. Still Neymar. Cleared now. Yeah, I've said it to Robbie a few times. I've said, look, you know, what I don't like about, and I don't really watch much of it, but what I find difficult to swallow as a football fan with some of the people on AFTV is that there's never any calm. In a 38-game season, there'll be some results where you go, well, yeah, we weren't at it today, we'll take a draw, or they were better than us. You know, they're just better than us. We can't moan about it, they're just better than us. So, you know, like when United got beat by Liverpool, we hate it. but you know that they're good enough to do it. Whereas with some people on that channel, no matter what the result, if they win, they're going to win the league. If they lose or draw, sack the manager. You know, blame it on a defender or something like that. And I think that's crept into fan culture a lot. You can't have a reasoned, calmness anymore. There's always got to be a real big statement. Oh, he's better than this. He's better than that. He's a load of shit. And it does get a bit tiring because it's relentless. Why aren't we looking at Kimpembe? Ticks all the boxes, says Sid T. I don't think we'll be able to get him, Sid. Going against the majority's opinion, however absurd that is, to stand out from the crowd to gather attention is a textbook psychological trait, says Ridamoy. Tactical as well. PSG play some good football, says Matthias. Yeah, I think that after 25 minutes, I feel that... I think it's going to plan, isn't it? You've got an underdog. I wouldn't say they're a massive underdog, but you've got an underdog in Atalanta, and you've got a favourite in PSG. And I'd say, PSG are shading it for me at the moment. No context, Mark G says, we don't need to praise Pogba by slandering Bruno. People need to stop feeling insecure about the players they like. They're both our players. Well, yeah, I support Manchester United. I like Anthony Martial. I like Bruno Fernandes. I like Luke Shaw. I like Marcus Rashford. I like Paul Pogba. There's not a player in the United team I don't like, but I support the team above anything. Seeing Herrera in another kit makes me feel so sad. Also feel Neymar has wasted himself at PSG. Could have had a top-tier legacy if he'd made better choices. Neymar never should have gone... I was stunned when Neymar left Barcelona. It made no sense to do that. And there's a goal! It's Atalanta! It drops to... I can't remember what his bloody name is. Number 88. Pasalic. And it's a lovely little finesse finish in the top corner. It just dropped to him on the edge of the box. And he took it. And no way is Navas going to save that. Goal Atalanta. Boom. It was a little bit scrappy in the build-up, but it wasn't scrappy the way he finished it. And it's 1-0. And we were just talking about how PSG are the favourites and had been shading it. Well, they're not shading it at the moment because they're actually 1-0 down, and Atalanta have got something to hold on to here. Let's change the score. Turn up for the books there. 1-0. So PSG are going to have to come from behind. That's what she said. 1-0 Atalanta. Herrera. Oh, I tell you what, they could have had an instant reaction there. But they've cleared it. And remember, it was only last season they got knocked out of the Champions League by dominating a game and not scoring enough. Kimpembe is a very good centre-back, by the way, but I just don't think United would be in for him. So Pasalic makes it 1-0 to Atalanta. Ryan says, get in. Good job, Atalanta. To the final you go. Not yet. Neymar. 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 Oh, what a shot. Good run. Shoots just wide. Of course, it should have been 1-0 PSG. Missed a big chance. Oh, Megs as well. To be honest, this is the best I've seen Neymar play in a long time. Oh, lovely. To do that in a Champions League quarter-final and meg somebody. Magnifico. Mark, you remind me of Michael Scott from The Office, as Josh Bowerton. No one's ever said that to me before. I'm not shocked that Atalanta are winning. I don't think the gap is that big between the two sides. I'd just say that, you look at the teams. Atalanta have been finished third in Serie A, above better teams than them. So it's not a surprise if they get a result tonight. But you would still say that PSG are the favourites. Of course you would. I'm just glad Garner is having a good game. This is Kyle Barrett, Everton. Idrissa Gueye. It's a good game though, much better than that crap last night. I mean, Sevilla tried their best, but they were up against a parked bus, weren't they? Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Let's have a look how we're doing for subscribers on this channel. I can tell you now. Well, Atalanta looking to get a second goal there. Neymar loses it. Wanted a foul. He's never going to get a foul there, mate. Neymar the most technically gifted after LM10, says Faden Q. Yeah, I think you're right with technical ability. Lovely cross. Cleared away. I tell you what, if anybody's watching him for the first time, Gomez, the number 10 and captain for Atalanta, is a fantastic player. He really is. Neymar's Anthony Taylor's having a word with him. Yeah, please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 209,000. It'd be nice to hit that tonight. Everybody's welcome on this channel, of course. Aston Villa career mode will be back tomorrow. People who want to watch that, but people wanted me to do a watch along for this tonight, and because I'm not doing Leipzig Atletico Madrid tomorrow, I thought I'd do this one tonight, and I'm glad I have. It's an exciting one so far. So that's Footballs for Everybody. Everyone will probably know me from the United Stand, which is obviously all about Manchester United, but there are a lot of games that I watch and that are not United games, hence I'll do watch along for those, and you can join in with that. Bottom right hand corner, subscribe. Uzar says, what's your thoughts on Jadon Sancho's comments? Nothing. Contrary to belief, I don't tell lies about how I feel about football. I've been doing this for 5 years now. Not That's Football, but United Stand. And I'll say what I think because that's what fans should do. And yeah, sometimes you're going to change your mind because that's life. But I still feel totally confident that United would buy Jadon Sancho. I just think it could be a long, drawn-out affair because that seems to be what happens with United. Jadon Sancho played a pre-season game for Dortmund today and he said, look, I'm one of the senior players now. I love playing with these players. It's nice to, help the younger players coming through. At no point did he say I'm here next season. So, to me, I'm not worried. I've just joined after dropping mates off at Edinburgh Airport. What was the Atalanta goal like? Says Man United lists. Well, it sort of just, it wasn't a great build-up play, but it just sort of dropped to Pasalic on the edge of the box and he curled it in. Nice finish. But Neymar should have scored one-on-one before that and he missed it. So, yeah. That is where we're at the moment. Welcome to Kev Tucker, latest member of the club. And Mark, what do you think should happen if we don't make any signings this window? Woodward to resign? Says Luke Kelly. Well, that won't happen. Ayush says the United never should have let Ander Herrera leave. No, they shouldn't. But some people said he's not that good. You can always replace him. And we didn't replace him. The thing I liked about Ander Herrera is he's got great tenacity and engine, but he's also quite big as well. So it gives you that height as well. Stretch, Mark. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my favourite stretch. I'm going to try and bring one of these in. They're beating PSG without Ilicic. Unreal talent, says Daniel Luciano. They're a good side. They're a very good side. It's time for my favourite stretch now, where I actually just have a walk around the table. Yeah, I'm just going to have a walk around the table, get that back going. It's my weak spot. Herrera clears it. Lovely bit of play off there by Icardi. Sabios. Oh, it was Neymar who laid it off actually. Now Neymar. Lovely little ball back to Sabios. Cut back. Not very good. But what a tackle by Idrissa Gueye. And he'll win the free kick for it as well. Fantastic player he is as well. I'd welcome him to Manchester United. His stats for Everton, and I know I'm not a big fan of stats, but his defensive stats were the best in Europe when he was at Everton last season, and I think he's maintained it at PSG as well. Really good player. I'm still here, everybody. I'm just stretching out my back, which is what you need to do when you've got a bad one. Ah, that's good. That's good. Coming back to my chair. So free kick to PSG. Sorry, I've called him Sabios. It's Sarabia. What a prat. And now I've got hiccups, which is great when you're live. So Neymar with the free kick. Good hit. Straight at the keeper. Takes something very special to beat a keeper from that far out. Ooh. I don't know why I'm calling him Sabios, because Sarabia I used to have on my ultimate team. So it doesn't make any sense. Villa are looking at Bendia and Cantwell. Daily Telegraph. Possible Grealish replacements or offer Lingard plus cash. Thoughts, says Connor. Well, yeah, I do think Grealish will leave. What is happening with the Newcastle takeover there? Because I think they're the only other club that could probably get him. St. Colombo says PSG are a bit of a one-man team. Wow, they've got some good players to say they're a one-man team. I think the thing is with PSG though, and I said this about Brazil in the World Cup, would Brazil be a better team without Neymar in it? Oh, what a controversial thing to say, but you can almost see it with PSG as well. Everything goes through Neymar, and Neymar holds onto the ball a lot. So they don't... Oh, come on. That's a foul, surely. You'll get booked for that, I think. Cardi fouled. Newcastle takeover is off, says Norton. Sorrow's healed. So, yeah, I knew that, but I just wondered if there was any chance of it still happening. Would you take Sabios from Real Madrid if we could get him for 30 or 40 million, says Joshua Bowers? I don't think he's set the world on fire. I do think he's a good player, but I don't think he's set the world on fire. So for me, it would be a no. Neymar to whip this cross free kick in. David, I will answer your super chat in a minute. Neymar whips the cross in. Oh, it's on the back post. Keeper's got it. United are a joke in the market, says David Mazzarella. Not one deal done when we need 3 or 4. This is the reason why the owners have never spoken to us. Rest in peace to our club. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Brazil won the Copa without Neymar. Yeah, just going back to that. I don't watch loads of Neymar. But when I watch PSG with Neymar in the team, and when I watch Brazil with Neymar in the team, everything goes through Neymar. It's almost like a player gets the ball and they've got to give it to Neymar. And that's not a bad idea because he's one of the world's best players, but also from a team perspective, if you're the right winger and he's the left winger, you know you're not going to get anywhere near as much as the ball as Neymar because they're always going to get it to Neymar. Well, that's not a balanced team, is it? So, I mean, look, Maradona won a World Cup with everyone giving him the ball, so it can be done, but maybe that's one of PSG's problems, is that everything goes through Neymar. Just read that Ilicic isn't playing because he caught his wife cheating. Poor guy, that's awful. Great player missing for them, says Daniel Luciano. I'm going to Google that. Well, that's not worked. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Yeah, he's not part of the Champions League campaign for Atalanta because of a personal reason. Obviously, normally plays up front for them. And if that is the real reason, it's very sad. Yeah, Daniel. Neymar didn't play against United. Did we know what happened there? Says I know, want to know. Jermaine Defoe. I don't know whether that is true about Ilicic or not, so I'm not going to say anything about it. A personal matter is what's been said, but I can't see any credible story there to say that it's true. So we're only 5 minutes away from half time, and PSG, have they ever been in a semi-final since they had oil money? That's a question for you. I can't think of a time where they have, but I might be wrong on that. I support Swindon in League One. They just got promoted from League Two. Where do you think they will finish in League One next year? Says Harley Pike. I don't know. Stretch, Mark Strong, watch along, says Benji Parker. I don't know, mate. I don't know enough about League One to be able to say, but well done. Neymar needed to get rid of that a lot earlier. He's got it right now, but I think if he'd got it earlier... Now Sarabia. Cross comes in. Oh, why didn't Icardi slide for that? It was a lovely cross. I think he could have got on that, to be honest. Do I think Marquinhos is underrated? I just think he's another player that's at PSG who could be playing at a better team. I don't think you're underrated if you play for PSG. I just think you're playing in a league that's not really respected. And when I say that, they've got so much more money than everybody else that, you know, there is a total expectation that you're going to win that league. I don't know why Icardi just seemed to not commit to that cross from Sarabia. I would have had Icardi at United, by the way. Big fan of his. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Oh, Neymar's in. He could have took it first time. Oh, he's done it again. Bloody hell. He's missed another sitter here. I mean, he's had one off both feet. Terrible. What is he doing? That is awful, isn't it, really? He's got to put that away. He's got to put that away. He could have had 2 goals. I mean, that was a little bit harder than the first one, but... well, it was a lot harder than the first one, because the first one he was dead centre, one-on-one. But... I think he's just got to still hit the target on the second one. My shooting on pro clubs. You should check out our pro clubs from today. It was amazing. The link's in the video description for our Twitch page, and we will be streaming on there again tomorrow. So make sure you give us a follow on Twitch. We're nearly at 3,000 actually. If you've not followed us, just click it and give us a follow. Let's see if we can get 3,000 on our Twitch channel tonight actually. We're only 100 away. Links in the video description. That's where we stream our pro clubs, and that's where I'm going to be streaming some Fall Guys as well. So if you want to watch me doing Fall Guys, I ran out of time tonight because I'd forgotten I was doing this watch along, but I will do some Fall Guys very, very soon. So that'll be on Twitch. Give us a follow on the link in the video description. But that's where we're doing our pro club stuff as well. This looks like it's going to be 1-0 at half time. It's very much long ball and hope for the best, but there's 8 former Premier League clubs in League One, including us. It will be a hard season, says Harley Pike. And next time you go away, you need to get a picture for Instagram with Mallorca's top pineapple salesman, says Joshua Bowwater. Well, I went to Mallorca last year. It was 2 years ago that I had the pineapple seller, and it was probably about 2 years to the day. I couldn't find him last year. Animesh says that PSG are missing a creative midfielder. Yeah, Herrera and Gay are not really creators, are they? Neymar's having to drop in all over the place. And he's got a foul there. Mark, I saw a video of you fighting DT. It was hilarious, says Alexander. I've never had a fight with DT. And What's for dinner, Mark? I've had mine, Giovanni. I had like a cold salad tea because it's so hot, but I didn't really have a salad. It was coleslaw, some couscous with like things in it, cold meats which were ham and chicken, a Scotch egg, some garlic bread pizza thing, and a goal. Oh, I thought he'd scored. I thought they'd scored, but he hasn't. It's gone for a throw-in. Didn't even connect. What else? Yeah, it was nice. Nice on a hot evening. Michael Lee says, Mark, Fall Guys isn't good for my blood. I know, that's why I'm going to stream it, because it'll be good fun. Are you not concerned about the players we will lose out on waiting for Sancho deals, says Gary? Well, this is the life of supporting Manchester United, isn't it? So we're nearly at half time. He's only going to add 1 minute on. I think if Atalanta are going to win this, they're going to have to keep a clean sheet. And I'm not sure they can do that. Another yellow card here for Atalanta. They're going to have to be careful because they're picking up a few soft yellow cards now. And you don't want to go down 10 men. Wow, that chance Neymar missed reminded me of your finishing in pro club, says David. The joke's been done. And I scored a hat-trick today on pro club, so I don't know what people are on about. Mark, do you think there is corruption in football, even in matches like these? Neymar missing those, Anthony Taylor for Arsenal to get Europa Cup, etc., says Pumpkin Spice Latte. I would have to say I don't think there is corruption in football, but then again, would anything surprise you? I don't think there is, but... Hello, Alvin Blocks. And the referee blows up for half time. Let's stop the clock. So there you go. Tuchel should have headed off 5 minutes away on his crutches. He's going to take ages to get into the dressing room. But look, to be honest with you, Atalanta scored 1-0. And, you know, no issue with that goal at all. Navas made 2 good saves. But he could have had a... Neymar could have had a couple of goals. So... You've got to look at it in that sense and say that, you know, PSG, despite losing, could well have been in a decent situation. Try and read this as fast as you can. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Oh, I nearly got it, Joshua Bowerwater. Nearly got it. Kay said they're too tired to watch this. What's your opinions on Portsmouth, says Smithy? I don't really have an opinion on Portsmouth, you know. What's everyone else's opinion? Well, it happened in cricket, so it could happen in football, says Ring Laura. And great to see Herrera getting a start at last, and I hope he stays on, says Lynn Hall. PSG have not been very good, says Danny Struland. And next watch along, says George Nichols. Probably Friday, or definitely Friday, Barcelona. Against Bayern. Will you take Dembele on loan if Sancho deal falls apart? No, I don't want Manchester United to do that sort of thing anymore. I don't want Manchester United to sign players that aren't good enough. You know, just because it's you know, just get anybody. He's a flop at Barcelona. I don't want him here. You know what? Ousmane Dembele would be a good signing for somebody like an Arsenal, who I've got a long way to get back to the top, or a Liverpool, who are so far at the top they can take a risk. Would Ousmane Dembele be a good player for a Chelsea or a Manchester United who are trying to close a gap with momentum? No, because the risk doesn't work. It's worth the risk if you're at a club that's a little bit further down, but it's not worth the risk if you're a Manchester United. Portsmouth are still a thing, says Harry Boylan, ? Do you think Rashford is a B-Tech Neymar, says John T? Well, I think Neymar's a B-Tech Rashford tonight. Don't know if you saw before because I lagged, but do you know the Stevenage Macclesfield situation, says Oliver Edwards? No. And what do you think about Bruno, says Jay? I think he's the player that's made Manchester United get into 3rd place, and I think if you don't understand that, you probably don't understand football, I would say, because it's ridiculously obvious. Who do you think will win the Champions League, says Afik? Man City or Bayern? Yeah. What's on my forehead? Hair. I think it's just hair. United linked to Grealish. Rest in peace, Sancho deal, says Dr. AK. Well, they were always linked to Grealish. That's nothing nothing new. Sancho post on Instamark. Let's have a look. Always like to have my finger on the pulse. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Let's have a look. Sancho. There he is, Sancho 10. Well, it's just a picture of him in a face mask. Not looking particularly happy. Yeah. Perfect for Arsenal because attitude doesn't count, says Thomas Werb, talking about Usman Dembele. Hi from Thailand. Thank you. I didn't see who it was, but the post is nothing, just him in a shirt, says just Jackler, exactly. And Mark, you know nothing if you think Neymar is bad. He's by far better than anybody at United, says Jake McKay. There's still idiots out there. You know, you can still put out obvious things and wind people up very, very easily. So, yeah, it's... yeah. Herrera is a snake, says Alan CJ. And Twitter forced to apologise to Phil Jones and Manchester United after the club complained about a tweet from the official account asking users to name a better footballer than him, says Salwin. They linked Grealish because he comes home from holiday next week and will be having a meeting to discuss his future. Discussed on the United stand, Harry. And if we don't get Sancho, rather not bother getting a winger than drop us off too much. Rather look at a Can, backup and a centre-back, midfielder and a centre-back, says Ryan 154. 154, yes. Did you see that Dortmund said about Sancho not leaving? Yes, 2 days ago. Oh no, Sancho posted a picture of himself. Time to panic, says Zero Blade 57. And they're linked to Grealish. I've done that one. And Neymar has been a better Vinicius Junior tonight. Great dribbling, crap finishing. And why did you not... No, not reading that. Hi, Mark. I love your videos. I'm from Dublin, and it's cool you lived here too. From Ben. My dad says hi too, says Luke D. Hi, Ben. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mark. Not sure if you've been asked this, but what do you think of Sancho's comments? Are you still confident we will get him, says Adam Choppy. Well, Sancho's comments, I have spoken about it already, are nothing. They just say I'm happy to be playing with these young players and be a senior pro to help them. He's just played a pre-season friendly. He's not said I'm committing my future to Dortmund for next year. So for me, it doesn't really matter that much. Top 3 movies and songs of the top of your head, says Daniel Luciano. The Departed, Godfather, Jaws, and all that's coming into my head is probably Oasis songs for songs. So Slide Away, Let's All Make Believe, and Rocking Chair. Phil Jones should be knighted, says Pure Wolverine. And Mark, when's the next game for Goldbridge, says Burko. It will be back. We'll be back. Mark, what would you... Oh, I'm not reading that one either. Thoughts on Herrera, says Kartik. We never should have let him go, but I'd never take him back now. That year that we lost him was an important year to have him because of his age. So, no, I wouldn't take him back. What do I think of Blackburn Rovers, says Brandon? Could I honestly tell you I don't know? F1 or NBA, Mark? I've watched NBA. I like Formula 1, so I'd probably say Formula 1 for me, yeah. So, what's your thoughts for the second half? I think that favourite Bryan Adams song, says Nasser Harin. Well, obviously, Everything I Do. You know, it was number 1 for weeks. Although Brian Adams he's done some good stuff. Got to play the Formula One video games, as Danny Stuland. If I had the time, I would, mate. I would. I don't. Football's the only thing that I can give total time to. I don't have time to really give time to any other sports. Mark, I've read Sir Alex Ferguson books and Sir Bobby Charlton's books. Any suggestions what to read next? Daniel Luciano. Roy Keane's book's quite good. Hi Mark, what did you have for lunch? Done it. If you're going to ask questions, ask something good. PSG will win in the second half, says the Batman channel. I'd still put them at firm favourites to get back into this PSG, to be honest with you. Look, Neymar should have scored 2 goals, so if he gets those chances again in the second half, you'd quite fancy him to do it, wouldn't you? Atalanta, they had some chances, sort of half chances, and they took it. So I don't think PSG will keep a clean sheet. I have got the snooker on at the moment, Jordan, but I'll be turning it off for the second half. In fact, I should probably start doing that now. There we go. The semi-finals are crap, mate. Kyron Wilson's getting battered and Selby's getting battered. I thought the quarterfinals were really exciting, but these are all shit. Thoughts on Southampton transfers so far, says Harvey. Don't know what they've done. And what would you say game of the season was? I would say Norwich 3, Man City 2, says King James. I quite enjoyed Atletico Madrid against Liverpool. Yeah. Mark, do you realise your personally mates might have cost us Grealish? By doing your Villa career mode, you raised their morale and kept them in the Premier League. Now we can't afford him. Well done, says Wilf. Where do you see United in 5 years' time, says Mike Evans. Still playing at Old Trafford, I would have thought. I can't do that, Mike. I can't, where do I see Arsenal in 5 years not winning a title? But if you'd said that to me about Liverpool 5 years ago, I would have said, I actually said, I can't see Liverpool winning a title in my lifetime because I just couldn't see it happening. So 5 years can be a long time to change a club. Arsenal could be title winners in 5 years. So of course United could be, but you don't just win it in 5 years in the current situation. You've got to build something. Look at what Liverpool built from bringing Klopp in. It took a few years and then they won a title. This is why it's very important, if you're an Arsenal fan or a United fan or a Chelsea fan or any of the clubs that are trying to close gaps on Man City and Liverpool, that each summer you're doing something progressive. Getting rid of players that aren't good enough, bringing players in that are. And you look at what United have done. Alexis Sanchez is gone. That's a good player that needs to go. Get Sancho in. That's a very good player that needs to come in. That's going to be here for the future. So United could win the title in 5 years, but Liverpool could continue to get stronger. So could Man City. So I don't know, but United can be controllers of their own destiny. Mark, thoughts on Rachel Riley's comments? Well, it's quite a good comment actually, because it goes into a lot of areas. But basically, Rachel Riley, who's a celebrity in the UK, she tweeted something about a United goal, and somebody replied and said, typical United plastic fan from London. And she replied, laugh out loud, from an Arsenal fan from India. And I think Troops jumped on it, trying to make out that it was like racist or something like that. But what I took from it was realistically this whole football where you're from thing. It's wrong. I mean, look, first of all, the comment about United fans being plastic is derogatory, but then to criticise a fan from India as if they don't matter as much as somebody else, I think that's ill-advised as well. You're just fighting fire with fire, and I think that's just silly. I don't think it was racist. I don't think it's racist at all. I just think it's derogatory and insensitive and silly to say that. And this is something I fought against all my life, and a lot of you have as well. I'm not from Manchester. I'm from Nottingham, and I haven't lived in Nottingham since my teens, by the way. But I've always followed Manchester United, and you do get people saying you're a Forest fan, but I haven't lived in Nottingham since I was in my teens. So And I'm not a Forest fan either. I'm just a fan of Manchester United who wasn't born in Manchester, like probably 99% of our fan base. So I think it was an interesting comment from her, and it was an idiotic comment from her, and an idiotic comment from the person who said what they said to her about plastics and where you're from. Ultimately, it doesn't matter where you're from. That's the bottom line. The Dembele transfer is rubbish. He cannot get in a game over 17-year Fatty, and he wouldn't get in a game over Greenwood. Get Sancho full stop. Says 6782 Anthony. And do I think Leicester will be a threat next season? No. Not a top 4 threat. I think they had their chance to be in the top 4. Of course, as well, I think Brendan Rodgers does well with a team when they're only playing one game a week. He very nearly won the Premier League with Liverpool. They weren't in Europe. It was one game a week, beat teams in the first 20 minutes, and they bottled it at the end. Leicester City, one game a week, got them into the top 3, bottled it at the end. Next season, Leicester City will be in the Europa League, playing Thursday, Sunday. That will be harder for them. Mbappe is warming up. I forgot about him. So they've got... I can't see Leicester doing very well next season. Not as well as they did this year. I can't see them being in a race for top 4. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I don't think they will be. So, second half, where put your money where your mouth is. Don't literally put your money where your mouth is, but where's this going to go? I'm still going to stay 3-1 to PSG. It's not a 2-legged game, is it? It's a 1-legged game. Ed will drag the Sancho transfer out until the final week as an excuse to not do other deals, says the Red Devil. And Mark, I have a challenge for you. Tip the end tabler top 8 teams for next season and the in which order. Tip the end of table top 8 teams for next season in which order. Well, that's really easy. Well, no, it's not easy to do it in any order. So I'm going to go... It's hard to predict the title winner. I think Man City will still be inconsistent. So unfortunately, I'm going to go Liverpool, Man City, United, Chelsea, which is the same as this year. Spurs in 5th. Arsenal 6th. Everton 7th. Shock. Wolves 8th. There you go. That's my top set. That's my top 8. I'm 6 foot tall, SL. That's how tall I am. Anch says, Mark's thoughts on Martial being a similar player to Zapata. They're nowhere near. They're totally different footballers. Kevin, we've all seen in Sancho's Instagram story. It's basically just a picture of him in a mask with no comments on it. So it's absolutely irrelevant. 2-0 Atalanta, says Wilf. Well, the game's about to kick off for the second half. Neymar's just doing up his laces. Mbappe isn't on yet. But I'm sure he will be on at some point because they don't want to lose. And the second half kicks off. Does it anger you when Bruno does simple things wrong, says Orlando? No. No, I've watched football for over 30 years. And I've seen Ryan Giggs take people on 10 times and only do it well twice. I've seen Ronaldo do the same. It's risk-taking football. Simple as. No Leicester in the top 8. Not for me. I don't think Leicester. I think Leicester will struggle next year. The trouble with Leicester as well is, I would even predict Brendan Rodgers won't be the manager in a couple of years' time. City will win it. We're getting Koulibaly, says Centurions, 100 points. I just, you might do, but I just think you won't be consistent. Will you and Fleck be doing a Premier League prediction preview show before next season starts? Yes, Joshua, we will do. We will do. We're just having a little bit of break from the Premier League show at the moment because the Premier League's not on. Here's Zabata. Oh, he's a lovely player, that number 10, Gomez for Atalanta. And corner for Atalanta now. Adam Choppy says, what would your all-time United front three be? Well, I'm not doing all-time because I wasn't alive to do all-time. So, you know, I'm not putting George Best in it because I never saw George Best play. And I'm not putting Dennis Law in for the same reason. So, in my lifetime front three, Ronaldo. Definitely Ronaldo. Cross comes in. Oh, it's onto the roof of the net. I think match sharpness is favouring Atalanta, says Man United lists. And Mark, whatever happened to MBC, I think his name was, did a few shows called the United Stand Takeover a few years ago. I don't know. They were. I remember them. They were quite funny actually, but I don't know. It wasn't me who arranged it anyway, so I don't know. I don't even know. I genuinely don't know. Ronaldo, Rooney and Van Nistelrooy comes to mind, but then you're leaving people out like Cantona, Giggs, Van Persie. But, and again, it's about what you want, isn't it? You want some actual natural width, don't you? Does Rooney, Van Nistelrooy and Ronaldo work well as a front three? They probably do. Yeah. Ronaldo, Rooney and Giggs is the Batman channel. I love the Stone Roses, Raphael. Atalanta have started off quite well this second half. Ooh. Who was the first £1 million player, says David Lee. I was on about this the other night. We were talking about it. Oh, Trevor Francis, Birmingham City. Yeah. Would you sign any Atalanta players, says Wilf? No. I might buy one of their centre-backs or their left-back as a backup. That's a foul on Zabata. Anthony Taylor's starting to favour PSG here. Pogba, Marcel, Bruno, serious bromance there. Says Aria Guadalia. You can see it as well. I'm going to tweet this as well. I don't even know what that foul was for. I mean, I don't even know why he booked anybody. Oh yeah, he pulled his shirt a bit there. Mark, have you been to Luton, SL? Yes, I think I have. Corner to PSG here. I nearly said corner to Neymar. I mean, it's the same thing really, isn't it, PSG? Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 209,000. See how we're doing. Long way to go in this half. I'm very tired. I'm very tired because last night was the hottest night I can remember. Even when you're on holiday, it's hotter. But you get aircon. Like, we don't get aircon in the UK, really. So it was just so hot. It was unpleasantly hot. And then you're lying on your bed and it just makes you feel even hotter. What's the best goal you ever scored in real life, says Connor? Scored a few. My favourite goal was probably my favourite goal was probably one of the easiest goals. We were playing one of my favourite tournaments I ever won was when I was my final year at school. I was 15, and our Sunday team was a really good team, but we couldn't win the league because we were a good cup side, but we were never going to win the league because we weren't disciplined enough. And we'd put a lot of hope on winning this cup because we'd been knocked out in like the semi-finals the year before. And we were considered to be one of the best teams in the league, but we just weren't disciplined. And we were playing this quarter-final, and we were at home, and we had a really bad first half. I mean, in those days, I would have been red carded in these days. Basically, we were 2-0 down, ball came over the top, centre-back slipped, striker's running through one-on-one, and I chased after and I wasn't going to catch him, so I just tripped him up in the box and from behind. Professional foul, but in those days you didn't get a red card for it. So they scored the penalty, and we were 3-0 down at half time. And then just after half time there was a free kick. He curled it, it hit the bar, bounced down to me, and I volleyed it in from about 5 yards, and I absolutely volleyed it in even though it was an open goal. And I went mad. I was like, come on, let's have it. And then we came back. We took them to extra time, won on penalties, won the semi-final and won the final. So yeah, I always remember that goal. It's, worldies are great, but sometimes goals matter more than that. Neymar's just nutmegged somebody again. It's the trouble with PSG is, it's great to see the skills from Neymar, but he's missed 2 sitters. He's nutmegged somebody twice near the halfway line, but he's missed 2 sitters, and it's the Neymar show, isn't it? Stretch marks is Brad Cope. Thanks, Brad. You can also do the stretch from a sit down sometimes, because it's just about your spine. And then, just a bit of a up and down. That's all I'm doing. Side to side. Tanmay says, why is Anthony Taylor refereeing this game? Exactly. Thoughts on Herrera? Says great banter. He's a good player. Is Di Maria's injured as well, isn't he, I suppose? So that's Di Maria, Verratti and Mbappe all out injured. They've always got players injured, and they play in the easiest league in Europe. Cross from Atalanta. I'll tell you what, if Atalanta score another one... Oh, that's a good hit, that was. Keeper didn't look that worried about it. Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva. Di Maria is suspended. Thank you, Kiddos. Mark, when the Prem starts, would you like United's first game to be against one of the bigger teams or a smaller one, says Declan? Well, it won't, we're not going to get Liverpool because the fixture list never allows that to happen. Although we did get Chelsea on the opening game of the season. You'd never see United Liverpool or United City on the opening game of the season. I don't think that can actually happen. But I don't know. I don't actually know when the fixture lists are coming out either. And a yellow card here. And the game's getting a little bit scrappy. And Herrera goes in the book. of August, so just over a week away. Oh, chance on the back post for Atalanta, and there was a lot of players in the way. We'll give him a little bit of a let off there, but it was a big chance for Milanovsky. Zapata is it's a thankless task for Zapata. Neymar into the box. He's wide. Still PSG. Good cross by Neymar. No, it's not. Cleared. Over the bar. Thoughts on Tuchel as a coach, Mark? He's lucky to have the PSG job, in my opinion, says Martial FC. I don't think he'll have it if he loses today, whether he's got a poor foot or not. Sorry, it wasn't Malinovsky who had that shot, because he's just about to come on. It's Malinovsky and Palomino who are coming on. I think it was... Oh, they're taking off their... Gomez is coming off. Their captain. And Mbappe's coming on as well. So we're going to have an exciting last half an hour here. Hi Mark, if you could put any player from United's current squad into the 99 side, what player and why? Says Jay Leach. Always Roy Keane. Leadership, manager on the pitch, and also CDM, he'd run the midfield. I think if you had Roy Keane behind Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, you'd be laughing. Be absolutely laughing. So yeah, that would be the one I would do. Can you do me a favour actually? I've put the link to our Twitch page in the link in the video description. We're only 50 followers away from hitting 3,000. It'd be fantastic to hit 3,000 tonight. All you've got to do is go link in the video description to our Twitch page and press follow. And we'd have 3,000 followers tonight. That's where we're doing all our pro clubs and stuff as well anyway, which is really entertaining. And I'm also going to be doing some Fall Guys stuff on there. So please do give us a follow on the Twitch channel. And let's see if we can get 3,000 followers tonight. Here is Mbappe down the left-hand side. And that's going to go out for... Well, no, he's going to keep it in. So, yeah, Twitch link in the video description. Give us a follow. And let's see if we can hit 3,000 tonight. Pro Clubs is really enjoyable. And the plan with the Pro Clubs is to be even better. Have some major events. You know, we want to... Apparently we'd batter them anyway, but I'd like to play the Sidemen and some other people, so that'd be good. Big respect for what they do on their pro club stuff, and obviously everything else they do, but it'd be quite fun to play some pro clubs teams. Thanks for following, No Numlocks, and Kenzie, and Jan, and Vincent, and the special one, and Budget. Thanks everyone who's doing the follow. Link in the video description. Thank you. Christopher Matthews loves the pro clubs, just needs to get PS4 and a FIFA. What about doing some Call of Duty as well on Twitch, says Tony. I'm crap though. I'm actually alright at FIFA. I'm shit at Call of Duty. Here's Neymar. Tackled. Play a VFL team, Mark. Apparently we're going to play Hamburg. So I'm well up for that. Be nice to see what our standard is. Could you see Tuchel at Barcelona, says the P1? I don't know. I don't know with Tuchel. I mean, the trouble is, if you go and manage PSG, there's only one way to go, isn't there? You've got to win the Champions League. Tell you what, there's been a lot of nutmegs in this game. Kyle Lewiter says, shout out for Joanna Gore from Salford, please. Alexa, play Richard Marx Hazard. I've just got this vision of that kicking in for a few people now. Do, 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 do. Long time ago. I'll laugh if that worked on anybody. It would make me laugh. I followed your Twitch, Mark, says VSF Dan. Thank you. We'll be on there about 1:30 tomorrow because I've got to do career mode on here at about 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to do Fall Guys one evening, so it's likely to be. I don't know because there's so much going on at the moment. I will do it. It's just having the hour or two to do it. Mark, you meant current United player in the 99 squad, says Alpha Music. Sorry. Well, I can put one in the squad. For me, it would be. No, I don't think any current player would get in the first team. So, is Mbappe down the left? I mean, I think Bruno would give something to that team. Pogba would give something to the team. So probably one of those two, really. I think this is going to go to extra time. It's all Barcelona, it's all Neymar and I'm starting to get hot again. Neymar forgot the aim of football is to nutmeg the goalpost, says Wilf. Exactly. Good, very, very good comment there. And what else have we got? Animesh says, what's more stressful for you, Mark? United's main playing season or our transfer sagas? They're very different, aren't they? I mean, look, transfers feed into football, don't they? So... Taloy's just been booked for something off the ball there. And welcome to Sushas Shalin, latest member of the That's Football Members Club. Thank you. And Atalanta are starting to look tired. Well, as I said, Iron says, Mark, Alexa started playing the song while my parents were sleeping. They'll remember that song, though, and they'll probably wake up in a good mood. And Joe B has followed us on Twitch. Thank you. I'll check that in a minute. See if we've hit the 3,000. Yeah, I just don't see Atalanta getting a clean sheet. I might be wrong. I might be right. I'm just going to stand up and have a stretch for a moment. Yeah, but I just think it's a long, long way. I mean, PSG, whatever you think about them, they you would expect them not score. And I don't know whether... I mean, if Atalanta get a second goal, it's game over, really. But I don't think 1-0 is going to be enough. Looking a bit sweaty, Mark. Oh, God. Looking a bit sweaty, Mark, says Johnny Depp. It's very hot. And there is no aircon, so... I'm not actually that sweaty. I'm just a bit gleamy. Have a cold shower after this. What's your Twitch, says Vision X. Links in the video description. Just give us a follow there. That's where we do our pro clubs and stuff. Career mode will be on here tomorrow afternoon, but pro clubs and that will be on Twitch. So I've dropped the link in the video description for that. A couple of videos are there from yesterday and today. Today was brilliant. That's all I can say. Today was brilliant. Yesterday we were good. Today, very good. Who's going to win the Champions League, says Hazard. I think I did say City. Do you sing in the shower? Says Shem. No, I'm normally in a really bad mood in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I stay up too late telling myself to watch another episode of something on Netflix. I'll be fine in the morning. And then I wake in the morning really angry with myself. I'll tell you what, you ever done that? I'd love to meet myself from at night and in the morning, because the morning person would kick the shit out of the one at night. The one at night is like, yeah, it's fine. You'll be fine in the morning. Just stay up and have enough. Live life and stay up and watch some more Netflix. And then the one in the morning is like, you're bloody prat. Get your head down at 11 o'clock and get 8 hours, because I can't survive on this. Yeah. Adona says that Neymar needs to let his teammates play. Stop career mode and focus on pro clubs, says Jets. No, I do like career mode. I mean, look, career mode doesn't have to be every day, and there is a lot of watch along. I only ever do one video on this channel, so it'll normally be career mode or a watch along. So, there's an injury here to, I think it's Keylor Navas. I don't even know what he did. He's fallen over, says Robin. So, is that Muriel who's going to come on? Sergio Rico, sorry. What am I on about, Muriel? I'm thinking about my bloody career mode again, aren't I? Well, I did tweet out that trouble with PSG in Brazil with Neymar is everything goes through him. Great player, but they don't play as a team. And And I think, well, to be fair, I actually thought it would be quite a controversial thing to say on Twitter, because Herrera's coming off, but actually it seems to have met quite well. Do you have a set number of subscribers on this channel you want to reach before you leave United Stand, says Matthew Welsh. No, I've got no intention of leaving the United Stand. That's football to me is just a bit of, I wouldn't say it's a hobby, but I enjoy That's Football. I mean, we started doing it because of the World Cup a couple of years ago. We did pretty much every game of the World Cup as a watch along, which was always something I'd wanted to do, and it gave me an excuse to do it. So no, I don't know. I do enjoy doing this channel. I want to know. Jermaine Defoe says opinions on Bolton. Bolton, John McGinley, Jason McAteer from Bolton. I don't really have an opinion on Bolton. I used to quite. I mean, I remember when Bolton used to beat Arsenal a lot. Don't agree with you on Rachel. Just an opinion. Says 28 Divvy. I don't know what I said about Rachel. And Daniel Luciano. I agree. That's why I ask. Says Matthew Walsh. And is there going to be a Blood Brothers 3? Says it's Carlos. There is something coming out in relation to Blood Brothers 3 because we filmed it over the last sort of month, but obviously it's not involving football teams because of COVID. So I think they are planning on doing one, yeah. But I don't think we're doing. The United Stand Football Club's pretty much done, really. We did what we wanted to do with it, and then I think you're moving into a world of having a proper football team, and I just think that's ridiculous, to be honest. Fair play anybody who does it, but that's not what I don't want to do. That if I want to manage a football team, I can go and manage a football team. I don't need cameras and everything around it. I don't. Hashtag United have done a great job. I've got no intention of wanting to do anything like that. How do you rate Draxler? Used to be all the rage, says Daniel Luciano. Well, this could be a goal. Mbappe! And the keeper's covered his front post there. Mbappe going for the front post glitch. Doesn't work in real life, Kylian. But there's still 20 minutes to go in this game. And you know what? Atalanta have defended really well as well. I'm just going to have... There's something I wanted to... That's just reminding me about something. How are they defensively very good? Inter Milan... Well, no, they're not really. Atalanta haven't got a very good defence. Juventus conceded 33, Inter Milan conceded 45, Lazio conceded 37, and Atalanta conceded 50. They scored more than anybody else in the league, apart from Napoli. Oh, no. I'm reading this again. Totally wrong. They conceded 48, which was still more than anybody else in the top four. But they scored more than anybody in the league, Atalanta, with 98 goals. So they're not known for being defensively locked down team, to be fair. Draxler's a player that's not really hit the levels, has he? Matthew Litherland Gaming says, Mark, love the account. You put a lot of work into United Stand and That's Football. P.S. What the hell's happened to Cooking with Goldbridge? Matthew, you've hit the nail on the head there. Just too much work doing everything else. I love doing Cooking with Goldbridge. And it sort of came out because of COVID, and I've just not had time to do it. But it'll come back. Navas stayed on the pitch, by the way, didn't come off. 98 goals in 38 matches, says Sarro Heel Turn, which is pretty impressive. It's over 2 goals a game, isn't it? But you wouldn't know that from today. They've not created loads of chances. They've played more like a typical Italian team, really. A bit like Italy in the World Cups have passed, where it's keep a clean sheet and get a goal. How have you been today? Been playing football so hot, says Jack Ballard. I tell you what, mate, fair play to you playing football in this heat. I couldn't even go out and wash my car. It was so hot. Mbappe to the touchline. Cuts it back. I tell you what, PSG are going to have to do bits in this game. Ethan says Atalanta is Italy's Leicester. I am not doing Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid watch along. No way. I got away with it last night with that late goal from Sevilla. I am not sitting through another bore fest into extra time. Yeah, Tuchel will be sacked, won't he? Let's be honest. If they don't find a way to get back into this game, Tuchel's going to get the sack. Zed Jamie, thanks. I was just going to pop down, actually, because... it's soon to be 5-2, isn't it? But I don't know. Have you heard what happened in Aberdeen, says the one and only Dom? No, please tell us. Will PSG go out if they lose, says Ryan Acton. Yes. Could Atalanta get to the final, says Josh? Yeah, these are only one-leg games, by the way. Pochettino flying into Paris, says Vignesh. He might quite fancy that. Atalanta were in there on the back post. Oh, it's gone for a goal kick. Yeah, you think they would. If PSG lose, Poch to PSG, says Dino. Well, look, Pochettino needs a job, and it's not going to be Man United no matter what Saeed thinks, is it? He's probably got more chance of Poch coming to United than Koulibaly, but Atalanta have got it here. Good tackle, Kembempe. I just think Atalanta are going to get tired here. Neymar pass one. And he goes out for a goal kick. He's getting frustrated. And they are changing their goalkeeper. Keylor Navas comes off. He's got an injury. Sarri could get the PSG job, says Kieran Ross. I mean, Poch deserves a job, doesn't he? I just don't know where he's going to go next. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. See what we're doing. Bottom right hand corner. Subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the channel. Another run here from... Oh, Mbappe in the box. No power on it. I do think PSG will score. Mark, best and worst cereal, says Matthew Litherland Gaming. Oh, you know what? I've sort of changed my diet in the last few years. I try not to eat as much sugar. So, this goes against the grain a little bit. Pardon the pun. Being as most cereals are made from grains. But don't explain it. But Crunchy Nut cornflakes are elite. Mbappe's in. He's turned his man. And he's put it wide. What a tackle. Tuchel puts his head on his hands. He knows his job depends on it. Chopper Moteng's on. Formerly of Stoke. Icardi's so useless. No wonder they signed Lukaku to replace him, says Vandy Candy. Oh! Drilled across the box by Thiago Silva, and it goes out for a goal kick. Oh, train derailment in Aberdeen and people have died, says Tammy. That's really, really sad. Obviously, let's have a quick look at that on the news. Oh, yeah. 3 dead after passenger train derails. Just... You know what? These things thankfully don't happen very often, but when they do happen, you know, we've all been there on a train when it's going really fast, and you think, if this comes off, you're in trouble, aren't you? And 3 people, including the driver and a conductor, have died after a passenger train derailed in Aberdeenshire. It is thought the train hit a landslide after heavy rain and thunderstorms, which caused flooding and travel disruption across Scotland. Happened at 6:38. Oh, it happened this morning then. I'll tell you what, looking at the pictures of it, it's absolutely tragic what happened, but you would say that looking at that, it could have been a lot worse. Obviously, it's bad enough, but tragic. Oh dear. So 8 minutes of normal time to go, and PSG need to get a goal to push this into extra time. Dani Alves, what happened to him? Is he still at PSG? I don't know with Dani Alves. I got the feeling Dani Alves went somewhere else, but I'm sure someone in the live comments will know instantly. Rest in peace to all trained people who died, says Matthew. Exactly. Thoughts go out to all those involved and their families. Di Maria suspended, Lynn. And he's in Brazil now, Dani Alves. Apparently, that's what a lot of people are saying. I know he was there last season, wasn't he? Because he had ridiculous stats even then as a fullback, didn't he? Well, he was a fantastic fullback, Dani Alves, though, wasn't he, in his prime, especially at Barcelona. I'll tell you what, though, for all the quality that PSG have got, how many times have they carved Atalanta open, really? 1 or 2 times in the first half, but second half they've not really carved Atalanta open. Neymar's losing his rag. Van de Candy says Alves would have to go down as a world-class right back. Yeah, he was fantastic, wasn't he? What are we doing with Smalling? Is he part of our plans going forward, says Frank Kraska. I don't know. Atalanta have had 25 fouls. I just think, as I said, I think PSG and Barcelona go through Neymar too much, and you know Neymar's a fantastic player, of course he is, but good play by Draxler there. If he has a bit of an off day, or you mark him out, or you make him frustrated, they don't really play as a team. Cafu or Dani Alves? I mean, Cafu was fantastic, wasn't he? But I think I'd have to say Dani Alves. And I saw a lot of them both, and for me it would be Dani Alves. Is it hard for PSG up their game against from the Farmers League, says Jack Brown? Well, headed over by, is that Kimpembe? No, it wasn't. It was Choupo-Moting. I mean, I don't know whether you can say that this time, but I have said this before about PSG. They go into the quarterfinal stage of the or the knockout stage of the Champions League, and their domestic league is always won. So they go into the Champions League knockout stage, and you know you're playing teams like Bayern Munich, the English clubs, and they're normally, certainly the Spanish clubs and the English clubs, they're normally in a competitive league, and it, you know, they're in their prime because it's coming towards the end of the season, and PSG sort of coming in after playing, I don't know, Saint-Etienne when they've won the title at Christmas. You know, it's a different sort. You live off momentum, don't you? And I don't think it helps PSG playing in such an easy league. Because it's quite a big step up then, isn't it? Draxler shoots, long way out, over the bar. Weren't many chances for that to happen. What do I think's next for Cavani, says Mighty Mike. I heard Cavani might be going to Benfica. I don't know where they found the money to do that, considering you know, Cavani was linked to Chelsea and United, and he wanted ridiculous amounts of money. So I don't know how Benfica would be able to even afford Cavani. It doesn't make much sense to me. But I suppose if they're getting him for free, then you know, instead of a transfer fee, you pay it on the wages, don't you? I can tell you if that's true. Actually, I'd heard it had happened. I don't know whether it definitely happened. Benfica agree contract with PSG striker Edison Cavani 3 days ago, according to reports. Tuchel will be gone tomorrow, says Eob. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, look, you can't get knocked out like that. Do you rate Draxler, says Sarub? I mean, he's a good player, yeah, but I don't think going to PSG is the right place to players to go. There's only 2 minutes of this game to go now. Good turn by Mbappe, and that's going to go for a corner, I think. Oh no, he'll keep it in. I would have gone back to my keeper there. I'll be absolutely stunned if PSG do not get a goal in this game. And obviously they deserve to go out if they don't get a goal. Good tackle. Atalanta are fighting hard here. You don't normally get loads of time added on in a Champions League game either, so stretch. A lot of people saying stretch. Di Maria's looking nervous because he won't get to play in the semi-final. Come all the way to Portugal to watch a game of football. Martial or Mbappe, says Ali. I mean, I think everybody's going to say Mbappe, aren't they? Mark, please check out a context Goldbridge tweet, says Praveen. I get worried. Goal! They've got a goal. 89th minute. Marquinhos equalised. Tuchel's happy with that. Really quite sloppy defending, actually, from Atalanta there. Let me just see what this is all about. Poor goal for Atalanta to concede. And you'd wonder now. Yeah, there's nothing. I just felt like a little bit of a soft goal, really, but it won't make any change. Five minutes are going to get added on. We could have a late winner in this. Van. It's not been disallowed. It's a goal. There's no VAR on it, unfortunately. It is a shame for Atalanta, but it's bit of a soft goal that they've conceded. They're going to have to like try and look for penalties, I think, now. Because they haven't done a lot in the second half, really, have they? Truth be told. No, it's got a good sprint on down the right hand side there. Whip it in. Put it into the box. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, lovely skill by Neymar. Oh, I tell you what. He's got to go wide. Mbappe. Oh, what a goal! Is he offside? Is he offside? Tuchel loves it. What a turnaround by PSG. Is he offside? Brilliant play. Brilliant. Brilliant. What a turnaround by PSG. Top world class. And I don't think it's going to be offside. And it's the Neymar Mbappe link up. And this is what I mean about it. I was saying shout it out left. He waits, he waits. He plays Mbappe in. Was Mbappe offside? No. Number 2 plays him on. He should have been offside. But number 2 for Atalanta plays him on. Yeah, it's onside. It's onside and it will be 2-1 PSG. And Atalanta there, just tired legs at the end. They should be playing at that level. You should be playing your line, but you know, I felt there was time for something to happen at the end, and it's heartbreaking for Atalanta. And it's 2-1. Well, that aged well, says Joshua Bowater. What did he say? Good. I want to see the hope on Di Maria's face for a brief moment, just so the pain is twice as bad when it all crumbles, says Joshua Bowater. Oh, well. Atalanta bottlers. I wouldn't call them bottlers. I mean, look, PSG were the favourites. I predicted 3-1 to PSG. Didn't get that right, but I think that they've just looked a little bit tired in this second half, Atalanta. Oh, I tell you what, it's a foul. Vinay wanted Atalanta to win. I think we all wanted them to win, in fairness, but especially when they were 1-0 up. They've had a good season, Atalanta, though. Quarterfinals of the Champions League. 3rd in Serie A. They'll be disappointed, but they've had a good season. Toby Garner says, Mark, can you please say rest in peace to MK Dons? I'm pretty sure we just sold our best player for 200,000. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. Look, we've done 2 watch-alongs in a row, and we've had late drama in both of them. Sevilla winning it against Wolves, and Verratti doesn't look that injured, does he? And PSG literally winning. Tell you what, it's not the same, but you can be losing 1-0 going into stoppage time and win the game 2-1 without extra time. It's happened before. Or no, or you can be losing the game going into extra time and score 2 goals in stoppage time. So PSG would play the winner of Atletico Madrid and Leipzig. I think Atletico Madrid will win tomorrow night, and I think PSG against Atletico Madrid will be a very interesting game, because Simeone will be very good at dealing with these flair players of PSG, who they've been a bit lucky today. I don't think they've created anywhere near enough chances, really. And then the other game, I'm going to do Barcelona versus Bayern on Friday night. Is there one last chance for Atalanta? They blast it forward. He's in. He's going to go wide. And he doesn't keep it in. He should have got his shot off, number 9 there. Tried to come back. Just hit a shot. Poor game management by Atalanta. Could have kept ball. They always played Kisele. They always played 2 up front, didn't they, Atalanta? And I always think that they left space in the game. But there you go. I don't know why he didn't just shoot there. Might not be good on your left foot, but at least you've had the shot. You never got the shot off, Muriel. Mark, I've seen many fans concerned about facing Sevilla. What do you think, says Afiq? No, I'm not worried. Not worried. And that's the final whistle. It's 2-1 to PSG. Tuchel keeps his job. And Champions League semi-finalists PSG beat Atalanta in stoppage time. They go into a stoppage time losing 1-0 and they come out of it 2-1. Fair's fair. It's a 90-minute game and Atalanta probably, you know, they'll be very disappointed. I certainly don't think they did at Wolves like yesterday. But your forehead's very sweaty, says ACJP. Well, I'm going to go and have a shower now. But look, thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. FIFA Career Mode back tomorrow afternoon. Barcelona versus Bayern Friday night watch along. And yeah, get on the Twitch channel for the FIFA Pro Clubs if you're interested in that. Links in the video description. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all in a bit.